And so I was speaking to a new client yesterday, and the question was, hey, I'm moving from another country, and my trainers there used to do this. We used to do certain body parts on one day, certain body parts on another. And she said, I would like to train twice a week, 2 to 3 times a week. And so we had this conversation. I thought it would be useful for you to share, how you should think about it. Oh my gosh, wait, I got to show you before we stop. I'm going to show you, look at this swan. That's pretty cool. Hey buddy, how you doing? Hey buddy, how you doing? Okay, high five. Sorry, got a bit distracted. I saw a swan, not swant. Swan here at the Botanic Gardens. Not so commonly do they come to this side. They're in the middle, but you saw the video. And so she said, hey, I want to do my strength training. I'm used to doing body parts per day, and that sort of stuff. And I said, if you're doing 2 to 3 times a week, it is important that you're going to get the most benefit from full body workouts. Okay. Full body workouts, meaning working your upper body, lower body, and core. Just because to stimulate a muscle sufficiently to see improvements in strength and body composition, you should be at least working each muscle group twice a week. So if you're doing 2 times a week of training and you do a lower body day on one day and an upper body day on another day, then you're technically getting a lower body once a week, which is, yes, better than nothing. But if you're looking to optimize your training, you need to try and get at least minimum twice a week of each body part. So we find if you're doing 2 to 3 times a week, it's best to just do full body. And if you're doing 3 times a week with a day of break in between, is a very sustainable way of doing it. If you're doing 4 times a week and more, then you can think about, okay, because I'm going to be doing strength 4 times a week, I'll have more opportunity to hit each muscle group twice. Then you can think about, okay, I'm going to do a back, like a back, bicep, and 1 lower body day. And on another day, it could be another combination. So you work maybe 2-3 muscle groups, or 4 maybe, depending on time, depending on how quick you are, depending on how much time you can give for the session. Then you can do that. But I would generally advise people, majority of people do not have the time to do a lot of strength training in the gym. So if you're doing 1 to 3 times a week, the guideline should be a full body workout. If you're doing more than 3 times a week, 4 and more, then you can think about doing particular body parts during the week, and you'll most probably hit them twice. Hope that makes sense. This is going to be important for you to be able to get stronger, to see those improvements in strength and body composition. Does once a week work? Well, if you're not doing anything, once a week is good, but over time you will need to slowly start to do a bit more, just because the fitter you get, the more you need to do. So a lot of my clients say, so that sucks. That means if I get fitter and stronger, I have to do a bit more to see an improvement. Well, that is not always the case. You could use the same time and do more intense exercise. You could change up your program. These are things that you can kind of think about. The most important is you must feel that challenge when you're working out. It could be with strength training. It could be with your cardio training. If you're doing the same thing over and over again and you see yourself plateau and you're not pushing that overload where you're challenging yourself, then after a while you may stop seeing as much results as you've been seeing in the past, and you may plateau. So it's always important to slightly overload those muscles. When it comes to strength training, maybe could be more reps, more sets, could be more weight, less rest in between. These are all the combinations that you can use. I hope it was helpful. If you find yourself struggling, that you're like, hey, I don't know, what I'm doing, is it organized? Am I doing it in a systematic manner? Or you have no idea at all about what you're doing and you need a bit of guidance, just get in touch with me, Coach Nick. Me and my team the coaches at Physique would be more than happy to help you get started on something that is structured, that's more effective, that fits into your lifestyle. Remember, there's no perfect program. The most perfect program is the program that you will do consistently and fits into your lifestyle. And you notice over time you get fitter, healthier, and happier overall. Hope that's helpful.